Hey everybody, Michael Snyder here, Pacific Northwest Weather Watch. Today is June 21st, and today we're going to take a look at this forecast heat wave for the Pacific Northwest. This ridging is going to build all the way up towards Alaska, across the west coast of North America, bringing a resultant thermal trough along the west coast here. We're going to warm up pretty nicely here this weekend on into early next week. But this system out here is eventually going to try to bring us a marine push. How strong will it be, and what will the timing be on that? We'll take a look at that coming up here in the extended look. But first, we have to go through this system over the Gulf of Alaska here. It's plowing through British Columbia now, and it's going to keep some clouds over British Columbia for the next few days here. And it's going to cool Seattle and some of the Pacific Northwest down pretty well Wednesday and Thursday before the system finally kicks out and we start to turn the winds offshore as the ridge builds over the area this weekend. So diving right into things here, you can see we have some monsoon moisture for New Mexico, bringing some flooding concerns down there. You can see some heat advisories for the Midwest, California, all the way out to the Bay Area as well. You can see tropical storm Celia eventually forecast to become a hurricane Thursday, Friday this week. Coming up here, it is that time of year down here off the Mexico coast in the eastern Pacific. Seattle, 68 degrees yesterday. Average high is 72, but not a bad day yesterday. And today we should even be a little bit warmer and nice sunshine after we burn off these low clouds and fog across the region here. And then we're going to really go above average as we go through the weekend into early next week. But we're not going to be anywhere near these record highs that we had last year. Now, checking out the HER for today, calling for low 70s for Seattle, mid and upper 70s for the Willamette Valley. Check out eastern Washington, Oregon, warming up nicely. Checking out the NAM 3 cam, though, I want to show you the cool down coming. You can see it agrees with those temperatures today, low mid 70s maybe for the Puget Sound. But as we go through Wednesday, look at this, probably a 10-degree cool down coming for the Puget Sound, a little bit for the Willamette Valley, still nice and warm for eastern portions here as we go through Wednesday. But Thursday is going to remain fairly chilly across Pacific Northwest, as well as this system finally starts to kick out through British Columbia and out across just north of Montana there through Canada. It'll eventually kick out Friday morning, and then you'll get some winds in the wake of that to start to kick those winds offshore as the ridge builds over the area, and then we'll start to bring that thermal trough up the west coast. We'll show you that coming up. But first, let's look at the European. Check that precipitation out going through the British Columbia area tomorrow. That even extends down into western Washington a bit. Some light precip is possible. So we go through the day Thursday. You can see that system finally kicking out across Alberta up there in Canada. And finally, we'll start to build our heat wave up through Friday and into the weekend. I want to show the GFS. It's been showing this thermal trough evolution pretty well. You can see Friday in the wake of that system, that high pressure starts to build there, and you can see this thermal trough moving up the coastline here. It's a very subtle feature, but you can see by Saturday it's getting pretty well established. If we go through Sunday or Monday, it should be at its strongest point, at least as far as building heat for western portions of Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia here. Sunday or Monday is likely to be the warmest day of this heat wave coming up here. Now, you can see here we build up the heat quite nicely. Check this out as we go through the day tomorrow. Look at some of this marine influence as this system moves by for western Washington and portions of northwest Oregon, British Columbia remaining chilly. But now watch this heat build as we go in towards Saturday. Look at this, all the way up into British Columbia here by Saturday afternoon. The southwest is baking. Thermal troughs getting established, bringing warm temperatures well northward. And on the day Sunday, check out some of these temperatures aloft. You're getting up towards 80 degrees at 925 millibars, and even warmer if you go out through Oregon, Nevada, and California down there. And as we go through the day Monday, you'll notice some of this marine influence try to start getting closer, but we're still probably going to have a nice warm day all the way up the British Columbia coastline, and maybe start to cool down on the Washington, Oregon coast on the afternoon of Monday. This depends on how strong this marine push is going to be, and this is a very subtle feature, so we have to watch this day by day closely, and we'll get a better idea of this as some high resolution models come in range, and just the whole nature of weather forecasting. The closer we get, the better idea of what we're going to be experiencing here. So this is the GFS 2-meter temperature. As we go through Thursday, I wanted to show the temperatures Friday start to warm up there, showing mid-70s for the Puget Sound, Willamette Valley, Portland up towards 84 possible. Watch some of these temperatures, though, as we get on into Saturday. Look at that for the Washington coast. The offshore flow warming them up nicely all the way out to Hoquiam. Some of the coastal ranges, the Oregon, getting pretty toasty, too, as we get up towards 90 for Oregon here. And you notice these warmer temperatures west of the Cascades versus eastern Washington and Oregon as we get those compression winds coming off the Cascades, the downsloping effects. and warming effects. You can really see that take hold there. And look at some of these warm temperatures all the way up the British Columbia coastline, up towards the Queen Charlotte's, Vancouver Island as well. But look at the deserts of the Southwest and California valleys really baking here as we go on in through this weekend. Now going on into Sunday, check this out. Look at that's calling for up at the low 90s for Seattle area, Hoquiam 88. Look at Portland 93 as we go through the day Sunday. So pretty warm day Sunday, and Monday we're going to do it again here, folks. I don't think we're going to get 97 like the GFS is saying there, but I think the 80s is another possibility. But look at some of this heat all the way along the coastline of British Columbia, Vancouver Island really warming up here as well. California goes without saying there. But this is the European 18,000 feet, 500 millibars. There goes our system here. And you'll notice in the wake of this, we really start to build this ridge up across the area here. And now the marine push and the end of our heat wave is going to depend on how quickly this trough moves into the area. You can see it swinging through midweek next week, which would cool us down, but it's not going to bring really... it's not going to put us that much below average. And we could even stay warm on into Tuesday and Wednesday for portions of the Pacific Northwest. We'll have to watch this day by day as we get closer. We're still a ways out from that. This, I just wanted to show you the subtle features of thermal trough, because you'll notice in the wintertime we get these big storm systems moving through, and you'll see these deep low pressures, and they're easy to spot. But as we look at what a thermal trough is, check this out. It's a very subtle feature. I mean, you're not looking at that very powerful gradients, but you can see that thermal trough kind of build up along the coastline here, but it's a very subtle feature here. And so small changes in where this sets up and just how strong the offshore flow is make all the difference as far as what kind of temperatures we can expect west of the coastal mountain ranges here, the Cascades especially. Now looking here, this is the GFS, the ensemble run for Seattle. This was 0. Let's try the 060 here. Look at this, calling for 3 days of above 80 degrees to actually 4, and then it doesn't cool us down that much in the extended, but I'm not going to put any stock into this as of yet. Sometimes these models do not handle the conditions after a major heat wave very well. We'll probably cool off a little bit more than that, at least for a time, I assume. But we could be in for a few warm days here, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and maybe even keeping it a little bit warm on Tuesday, depending. But if the marine push comes through, we'll probably be back down into the 70s there. But getting up into the upper 80s is not out of the question here for Seattle on Sunday and Monday. This is the European for Seattle, Tacoma, probably a little more realistic, but I think it might be underdoing these temperatures just a hair. So I expect it to be a compromise between the GFS and the European. But I like these temperatures after the heat wave a little bit better than what the GFS was showing. I don't think we're going to have a string of 80-degree days like the GFS was showing. This is probably more realistic, but these are plenty warm enough here for the Pacific Northwest. But you can see Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to be pretty chilly before we finally start to warm up Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So either probably Sunday or Monday is a good bet to be the warmest day across Seattle at least, and probably Portland as well before the coast starts to cool off on the afternoon of Monday before we start to get a marine push here into Tuesday. Now this is the European for Portland. Check this out, calling for 93 on Sunday. Not bad. This is the European for Spokane. You'll notice not quite as warm, but still, after we go through this heat wave, it's probably going to remain warm in eastern Washington. It's probably a better bet there, but you can see the chilly temperatures Thursday and Friday as that system slides through British Columbia here. So yeah, the heat wave is still on track for this weekend, on into early next week. We're going to keep watching this here. And I'm probably going to do a live stream tomorrow. I am off tomorrow. We're probably going to do a live stream tomorrow afternoon or evening, and we'll break down some West Coast thermal trough papers. We'll talk about new model runs. So if you guys want to join me for that, that would be great. So I'll probably still do a briefing tomorrow too, and I'll just do a live briefing through the afternoon and evening as I am off work tomorrow. So yeah, enjoy these cool days. If you guys like these nice cool days, Wednesday and Thursday is going to be your thing before you can go hide away or try to stay cool on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday into next week. So summer is finally going to arrive for the Pacific Northwest, but we still have to deal with these chilly temperatures. Probably Wednesday and Thursday will be below average. But get out and enjoy today as well. We should be up towards average for Seattle. Portland might be a little bit above average here as we get some nice glorious sunshine after these low clouds burn off. And British Columbia is still dealing with the precip here for the next couple of days before the system kicks off Friday and we start to really warm things up. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. We'll do a live briefing probably tomorrow night or Thursday night, most likely tomorrow night. So I hope you guys can join me for that, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.